got a question. If you were looking for a job and this job paid $450 an hour, would you turn it down? Now, I know, what is it doing and all of that kind of stuff. It's just a basic, simple job. Hey, consider printing t-shirts, right? Would you turn that job down? So why would you turn down a customer who has a tight budget to work with? In this video, we're gonna discuss ways and reasons that you must have multiple price sheets right after the intro. Okay, let's jump right into it. But before we do, you guys know what you do for me. I need you to like this video, comment, subscribe, do all of that good stuff because I make videos like this all the time. And yes, I mean all the time. Now, I got a serious question for you guys, right? You heard it in the intro, but I'm gonna ask it again. If somebody wanted to pay you $450 an hour, and it wasn't something that was morally compromising or anything that was illegal or anything like that, it almost sounds too good to be true, right? Well, we had to discuss this exact conversation in one of the meetings we had for the Six-Figure Printer Blueprint, where we kind of build and grow your business and different things like that. But luckily, we were in a situation where we took the steps to win the job back. And it was basically about the pricing and the budget, right? And I know with Fat Joe and all of the social media world may have you thinking, right? Yesterday's price is not today's price, right? And you got to charge your worth and the price is the price and all of the stuff that we hear. But the truth is, at the highest level in our industry, places are negotiating. And I didn't quite understand, and I was like, I had to learn some things, but I learned a lot working at Supercolor. And one of the things that I observed was how to navigate using different price sheets based on different types of customers, right? At its core state, we had two price sheets, right? And that was one that was retail and then one that was wholesale. And I would explain the differences. A business that was pay taxes and the business that wouldn't pay taxes, right? Because they were tax exempt. So you had these two price sheets based on the customer's level. But even deeper than that, bigger businesses, they got their own generic price sheet. So there might have been like 4 or 5 levels of pricing. And if you were extremely big, you may get a pricing for a specific product that was just tailored to you and what you do, but you were guaranteed to order a certain amount. So we were able to implement different price sheets. Well, that's something that I took and I implemented inside my own business. And right here, this is from my shop docs or print shop docs, where you can find that based on the pricing of the Only Count the Profit book. If you want it, I'll link it up down below. But this here is my retail pricing. And I know based on my retail pricing, I have a built-in wiggle room of $2 to go down. And that'll put me in the ballpark of what schools are used to paying and all of that kind of stuff. So this would be my retail. That would be my wholesale. And then even from that, I am willing to look at a job spec, price it out, get feedback from my customer. Now we do this, I do this with my own, what do I call it? At my own discretion, right? I do this at my own discretion, meaning if the job is big enough and I know I want to make $5 a shirt per shirt that I print. And if I can't because they got a budget, I may look at it and say, well, you are doing 350 shirts. You know, I will take $425. I'll take $75 off, or 75 cents, not $75 a shirt off. I'll take 75 cents off a shirt in order to meet your budget because this order is big enough. But I'm also going to consider other factors, right? If this is one of my perfect customers, which we talk about inside the Blueprint program as well, if this is my perfect customer, meaning they're ordering at least $10,000 of merch with me per year, then I have no problem working with them on prices here. Later on down the line, I know like my schools and different things like that, when it comes for teacher appreciation, they may have a $75 budget on that type of stuff. But here they don't have that budget and they need additional 75 cents off because they can't afford $12.50 a shirt. They really can afford 10, but we can meet somewhere in the middle and say, hey, I'll do $11.25 instead of $12.50. And let's meet in the middle on that, right? And we get so caught up in creating our pricing and saying, hey, if you can't pay this, then you got to go somewhere else. And that's not always the answer, especially if you price and you build your business in the right way. When you are attracting the right client, right? And like I said, the perfect customer for me is a customer that's ordering $10,000 or more. You don't need a lot of clients. You just need the right clients, and to make a six-figure business, you only need about 10 of them. And that person is the person that gets unlimited access. Just text me your idea any time of night, send me a picture, send me the sizes, and I'll go off and do the work. Why? Because this is a customer that's going to pay the price, right? They're going to be open with me. I'm going to win on some. I'm going to take a hit on some. But at the end of the day, I know they're going to bring me at least $10,000 in revenue. They're going to be ordering once a month or, every other month or whatever the case is, and seasonal, all of those things. As much as I can contact them and let them know that, hey, I got some new things. Hey, I got hats. Hey, do you need scullies? Hey, do you want hoodies now? They're going to keep ordering product after product because it's built into what they do. Right now, one of my nonprofit clients comes to mind, but this works in schools and other things as well. And at the end of the day, you have to be willing to negotiate. You got your price sheet, you got multiple price sheets, you got some wiggle or negotiation room, knowing that if I subtract $2 off of this pricing, I'm still gonna make the profit that I want. Not the maximum profit, I'm not pricing myself out, but also I know that if it's a one-time customer, then they need to pay these prices. If it's one of my perfect customers, now I'm willing to look at how big the order. Maybe if it's a one-off customer, but they come in for the first time and they got a strict budget and it's 500 pieces or 350 pieces, like I said, then I will be willing to negotiate based on those things. And what I always tell you guys is the only way that this works, the only way that you will be able to do this and know you're still making money is if you do two things. The first thing is you know exactly what it costs you to make a t-shirt. Everything that goes into it, you know how much it's going to cost you to produce the t-shirt, how long it's going to take you. You got all of those factors figured out. And the second thing is kind of having all those factors figured out, knowing exactly why your pricing works for you. A lot of us take other people's pricing, which is fine, but we have no idea the calculations and the formulas. Some of us are running off of auto shop pricing when we're printing manually, and it doesn't necessarily work for our business. But because we just took the guys down the streets because we don't want to be premium, we don't want to charge too much, we might even took his pricing and knocked down some of the pricing. We are in this box where if we negotiate, we don't even have room, because if we take 50 cents off, we now are pretty much eating into our profit, which was already slim to begin with. You do not want to do that. So if you want to get the Only Count the Profit book, go ahead down in the description below. I'll link it up down there and give it to you. If you want to get into the six-figure printer blueprint, the link for that is down below. Book a call with the team, see if this is the right fit for you. If it's not, no harm, no foul, we'll get it going. Now, I want to give you guys a filler to the job that we actually did in this circumstance, which was what I had to do was I had to direct the client or the mentee rather. I had to direct the mentee to go back out, reach out to them, see if they found someone else to do it. She said they had options. I said, so we're going to be proactive about regaining this relationship, meaning give me the artwork. Let's get it redrawn. Let's send her a mock-up and let's insert ourselves with, hey, we're ready to get this order done for you. If you haven't found somebody to do it, we can meet your budget. And I think she was going to profit, I know. She's going to end up profiting $9 a shirt off of 75 t-shirts, right? And that's, I think, about $675. Why would you ever turn that away when it's heat pressing 75 t-shirts for, it's going to take maybe about an hour and a half of work? It didn't make sense. So we corrected it, we fixed it, and we learned now how to analyze a budget, knowing what it's going to cost us to produce a t-shirt, and seeing if this job is worth it to us. For this, I think it was a huge win. We're well over the $5 in profit per shirt that I like to make. She's at $9. So why wouldn't you meet the customer at their budget, putting a detail transfer on the shirt and taking that order, putting it in the bank, especially depending on where you are in business. This may work, it may not work for you, however it is, but the logic behind some of this stuff is some of the things that we need to address. You need to spend 10 times the amount of time that you spent learning how to make t-shirts into learning how to build a business, and that's what we do inside the program. So hit the links down below. If this video has been impactful, hit the like button, comment down below, let me know your thoughts. But this has been your boy Stan Banks from T-Shirt Side Hustle. Peace.